Good morning, Monday morning, May 11th. We're diving into a new week. It is Unit 13, Week 1. We're actually going to be focusing on adding suffixes to our two-syllable words. So let's start with reviewing just the long vowels. So it would be this side. So we've got a safe A, E-P-E, I pine I, O home O, U mule U, U rule oo. Okay, we're just going to review. How about ing, ring ing, onk, honk onk, unk, junk unk. Okay, and a couple vowel teams. Jeep E, eat E, key E. And how about UE blue oo, UE rescue you, EW chew oo. Okay. Other, another. Hold on, you can't read a word sideways. What? As, has. We, he, she, be, me. Month. People. Whoop. Between. Her. Down. To. See. They. Said. When. Was. One. Are. How, now, and our last two, you, your. Good. Okay. All right, so let's dive into this. All right. So we have our syllable frames up here. And I put this here for our suffixes. Now, if we were in the classroom, we would have a yellow suffix frame. So I made an orange one because that's the closest thing I have. So I'm going to write a word in here. So let's look at the word invent. Invent. So I'm going to put the suffix S on it. I'm going to say invents. Now, what's the base word in the word invents? The base word is invent. The suffix is invents. The suffix is S. So our suffix is S there. So when we're marking invents, we write invent, right? Invents. We're going to scoop, not the whole base word in one scoop. We're going to scoop it in syllables. Invent. And I stopped before the S because the S is a suffix and we circle our suffix. So we have invent and our suffix S. Okay, so now I'm going to change the suffix to inventing. And what says ing? I-N-G. I-N-G. Inventing. So let's write that word. Inventing. Once again, the suffix is ing. So I'm circling my suffix. Actually, I'm going to circle my suffix first so I know where to stop with my scooping. Invent. So we're scooping invent. Each syllable gets a scoop, and then we're circling the suffix. So what is the base word in inventing? Invent. What is the suffix? Ing. All right, I'm going to do one more suffix today. And our word is going to be invented. Excuse me. Invented. And remember, we're hearing id, id, but the suffix is ed. So whenever you hear the suffix id, it's not id, it's ed. Invented. Invented. Now, the reason why ed suffix is tricky is because it sounds like when you say invented, it sounds like I-N-V-E-N-D-I-D, doesn't it? Invented. That's why it's important that we circle our suffix, ed, and we look at the base word. The base word is invent. Invent. Our suffix is ed, ed. All right, so now we're going to try this with a couple of other words that aren't just invent. And we're going to add different suffixes, suffix s, suffix ing, and suffix ed. Remember, the suffix goes on the end of the word, and it changes the word's meaning. Okay, so I'm going to leave my boxes up. I'm just going to erase my words. Okay, so let's say the word bed bugs. Say bed bugs. What's the base word in bed bugs? Well, the base word is bed bug. Bed, bug. Those are my two syllables. Bed bugs. My suffix, s. Bed, bug is my base word. Suffix, s. Bed bugs. And I scooped each syllable and then circled my suffix. Now, if we wanted to mark this further, what kind of syllables are those? They're closed syllables. So I can put a C and I can put a brev over the short vowel. Let's look at another word. Okay, how about inhales? Inhales means to breathe in. Say inhales. What's the base word in inhales? Inhale is the base word. S is the suffix, inhales. Inhale. Ale. That is a long A there. Inhale. So we're going to write inhale because that's my base word, and circle the suffix. Inhales. Inhale. All right, my scooping matches my syllable boxes. But let's look at the syllable type. In is closed with the brev over the I, but the second syllable is a vowel consonant E. So now we're mixing up syllable types and adding suffixes. So vowel consonant E, so that's a long A, and we cross out the E. Inhales. Good. All right, let's change it to a different suffix. Say the word finishing. Mrs. McQuillan is finishing her work. Finishing. What's the base word in finishing? The base word is finish. Fin-ish. Finishing. The suffix is ing. Okay, so let's write that. Fin-ish, ing. And I'm going to circle my suffix right away. Scoop my syllables, fin-ish, and now mark them. Fin is closed with a brev, and ish is closed with a brev. Finishing. Good. Our base word is finish. Our suffix is ing. And let's try one more before we move on. We're going to move on to that ed suffix. And let's say indented. Indented. So what's the base word in indented? When we take off the ed, we just have indent. Indent is like when you push something and you leave like a mark in it, like an indent. Indent. There's my word, indent, indented. Remember, ed says the id sound. Indented. Circle your suffix. Scoop your syllables. Mark them. Indented. Okay, what's my base word in indented? Indent. Good. What's my suffix? Id or ed. My suffix is ed. Excellent. All right, so this week we'll be working on multi-syllable words, right? 2-syllable words, either with 2 closed syllables or a closed and a vowel consonant E, adding ing, ed, or s suffixes. All right, we do have a couple trick words I'm going to introduce quickly today. And our first trick word is, let's see, I'll write it in the sentence. Our first sentence is, did you do your work? Did you do your work? Question. It is a question. It starts with the word did. Did you do your work? I'm going to circle our trick word for today. Work is one of our first trick words. Did you do your work? Okay, let's look at this next sentence. Write that word now. Write that word now. Okay, so write is one of our trick words, and word is one of our trick words. So we have 3 trick words we're going to do today. All right, so let's start with work and word. So if we look at the words work and word, they have that same sound, that sound, right? Work, word. Now it's tricky because OR says or, right? So that's why this word's a little funky. And OR, horn, or, right? Normally the R would control that O, but in these 2 words it doesn't work. So we have work and word. So let's start with the word work. Say work, work. Spell work. W-O-R-K. Skywrite work. Get your fingers ready. W-O-R-K. Good. Work. Say word, word. Spell word. W-O-R-D. Skywrite word. W-O-R-D. Close your eyes and spell word. W-O-R-D. Word. And our last word for today is write. Now this write is the kind when you write with a pencil and a paper, when you're writing a story. This is not the direction write, or whether you're right or wrong. This is to write something. Write. W-R-I-T-E. Skywrite it. W-R-I-T-E. Close your eyes and skywrite it. W-R-I-T-E. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. And I will see you tomorrow.